They are, but still, normally in that phase of the game, you will always say like, either the Zerg is not supposed to have that much money for mutas, or you are supposed to have way more than enough stalkers. But it's really strange, because all the time we see it as well. It's like 12 mutalists, and then there are only like 5 or 6 stalkers on the map.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's not that mutas are good against Robo, not because Robo units can't shoot up. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But it's because of how Protoss is spinning his gas. If you're going to go Robo, you're dumping all of your gas into Colossus, Thermal Lance, and that's it. You know, you don't really have the extra gas when you're on just 2 base.
Oh, and Gated is actually putting his pylon on the low ground, and that's really risky against Fruit Dealers.
Having watched Fruit Dealers play this week, this is the last thing I would do against him.
The same as well. Fruit Dealers is excellent build with Speedlings and Banelings early on, where he's able to either just run through or in any case just kill a ton of probes all the time, and then of course he can transition into an expand as well. We've seen it twice, and it seemed really rock solid.
Yeah, it looks like basically just his pre-planned general gameplay against fast expand. But you know what? Fruit Dealer's at 14 supply, and he hasn't gotten a gas yet. So he, man, okay, what are you doing, Fruit Dealer?
He was about to take the gas, and then he's like, nah. He's gonna take the extractor and the gas after all.
Okay, yeah, I feel like I've had this conversation with you in previous Fruit Dealer games. He gets his gas at kind of an odd time. Goes like pool gas, like, different. We're used to seeing 14 gas, 14 spawning pool. Fruit Dealer going like 14 pool, 13 gas. A little bit unorthodox, I suppose, but he seems to have his own style and his own way of doing everything. So
I guess it doesn't really change that much.
Yeah, I don't think it does. There is that forge on the low ground. I promise you guys, Fruit Dealer is going to go speed, Banelings, bust the front, take out the main base, and then it's 2 base Zerg against 1 base Protoss.
Yeah, but Gated should have known as well. I'm sure that he saw at least a couple of the games. I mean, he's been around the venue all the time. I'm pretty sure he was watching Fruit Dealer against Killer, so he must know what to expect. And then I'm really curious to see how he's actually going to deal with this, if Fruit Dealer, of course, is going to do it.
Yep, there is the Nexus going down before the second pylon, so Gator not going to be able to produce probes for a little while. That's actually kind of interesting, just now realizing that.
What's kind of funny is that Fruit Dealer actually never drone scans. Did you realize that?
Well, I mean, yeah, that is interesting, but when you open Speedling, it's a little bit less necessary because
you'll be fine against everything anyway.
Yeah, if he's going to do something silly, then 14, like a Speedling opening is what you want anyway. So, makes a little bit of sense. Fruit Dealer with that Overlord is going to see, hey, look, it's another fast expand. And actually, he's not mining gas, so maybe we're not going to see that Baneling play.
Actually, the hatchery now as well, so yeah, that is surprising. So much for us talking about the Baneling trying to look
I felt like I was being so smart, saying exactly what Fruit Dealer was going to do, and he's just like, nah, man, I'm just going to expand.
In this case, of course, it's not all that bad for Gated. If anything, it's actually really good. That's kind of what you want, just to let the Zerg kind of back off and let them expand as well. Ooh, the Overlord is actually in range of the cannon, but Fruit Dealer is going to pay attention to it. But I mean, in the long run, this is going to be really good for the Protoss economy, and obviously, that's kind of what you need.
Yeah, this is actually looking kind of nice for wait a second.
Pretty quick layer.
Fruit Dealer canceled his speed and started a layer.
So Fruit Dealer is up to something.
Oh, I think we might see some of that nesty Spinecrawler stuff.
Yeah, he has the Overlord in position as well, and that's very possible.
Yeah, I'm actually really confused right now. He's mining more gas, though, so maybe not. It could be any number of things. But this is a super fast layer, though.
A Nidus with slow links.
I guess it could be. There's not really an Overlord in position for that, though.
There's one floating to the right side of the map, though, but it's going to take quite a while before it's there.
Yeah, here come the drones. It is going to be a Spinecrawler push on the natural expand of Gator. Overlord being moved back just a little bit to start dropping that creep. So the spawns will be started just outside of Gator's
sight range. We only have 4 links, actually, and he's already chrono boosting out the Zealot. That's actually pretty useful right now. If you would just pull a couple of probes. Now we have more links on the way, and speed is getting research after all. Wow, this is really far away, man. Don't you think it's like really far away?
He's going to start it outside of the sight range, and the Overlord's just going to move forward after the spines start.
This kind of gives Gated the chance to actually make a pylon over here. If he's going to scout it, he can make a pylon over here and just build cannons in the front, and that is all that you need.
I'm not convinced that Gator's even going to scout it. He has no idea. He's completely in the dark on this. Okay, now he is going to poke out. So Gator now knows exactly what's up. How is he going to respond to this? This is actually a really scary moment. Overlord being repositioned now, and Gator has nothing, man. He's got a single Zealot. How do you deal with this? It's going to be so hard. Kev, I don't even know that he can deal with this.
It's pretty smart now as well. Fruit Dealer is going to drop the creep over here straight away, so I guess these Spinecrawlers are just going to uproot, and then they're going to root over here. Sentry is the last thing you need. You just need cannons in the front. That's the only way that you're going to ever keep your Nexus alive. And right now it's going to be really tough. Void Ray is obviously very good. That's what Hasselhoff did against Arkis when they played. German league that I always used to watch. Voider can be useful, but then again, Fruit Dealer's economy is going to be really, really good by the time he kills your Nexus.
Fruit Dealer is targeting the Cyber Core with 2 spines, and the Nexus is only 1. Now, regardless, Kev, no matter what happens, I just don't see Gatored saving this expansion. And he's got a Stalker. It's going to pop out. A Stalker can't kill 4 Spine Crawlers. Cybercore going to die before Warp Gate even finishes.
Yeah, that sets him back a lot as well. Well, with the Void Ray, he will be able to clean it up, but the Void Ray definitely won't be in time to save this Nexus. And then the big problem is, of course, what will he really be able to do? He has a small work lead right now, but if you have 34 probes on one base, it's kind of useless.
Yeah, it's you're absolutely right. 34 probes is way more than you need for just a single mining base. The Nexus is going to go ahead and fall now. So here we are. The situation is going to kind of be really, really grim for Gatored, quite frankly. These spines are going to continue picking away at the front. The Forge will die. The Gateway will die. Void Ray well, actually, the Void Ray might pop out and save everything here.
Yeah, I think the Void Ray will come in time, and then at least Gatored will be able to expand again. I mean, that's all he needs. As soon as the Void Ray pops, he can basically throw down the Nexus again. But he's still losing a lot of potential mining time, obviously.
Yeah, back in the main base of Fruit Dealer, we can see that he's transitioning into Hydra play now.
I think that's really smart as well, because the thing is, when you force your opponent to open up with a Void Ray, by the time he's actually going to have like a counter to Hydra list.
Are going to go for the run by. Oh, nice force field there by Gatored. So he does buy himself a little bit more life by stopping those Lings from getting in. Void Ray going to clean up the spines. I think that cannon's not even going to be killed there. So re-expanding is Gatored, but Fruit Dealer, man, he's going to have so many Hydras in just a little while.
Exactly, and it's going to be really, really tough to deal with that, since we all know that Hydras are really good against either Gateway units or Stargate units. The only thing you really need is the Colossus, but that's why I think it's really smart what Fruit Dealer is doing, because he's forcing a Void Ray from Gatored. That's the only way that Gatored would ever be able to kill those spines, unless he wants to wait for like 20 Stalkers.
Right. And really, the Void Ray is the only option that Gatored has, is his Cyber Core is dead. All he can do is pump Stargate units.
Oh, and he actually didn't even remake that.
It's just now starting again, yeah.
Actually kind of missed that, and now it's going to be really tough. We have one Phoenix on the field as well, so he might be able to lift up something. He's going to fly away straight away. We have the reinforcements coming in as well from Fruit Dealer.
Oh, man.
And I don't know, man. It's
12 Hydras, 8 Speedlings, and nothing but cannons to defend with. A couple of Gateway units and a couple of Stargate units, but that is not what you want for fighting against Hydras.
Well, Fruit Dealer is once again playing really, really smart. And this is just one more strategy of which this Forge Fast Expand is vulnerable to. It seems like there are just so many builds it's vulnerable against, and I don't understand why so many Protoss still want to play Nexus first so desperately.
Yeah, I agree with you 110%, man. Phoenix is going to come in and try to lift up some Hydras, but I just don't know that it's going to be enough, man. These Hydras do so much damage so fast. Void Ray is going to try to come in and help out. Fruit Dealer is just streaming reinforcements across the map. He's got a little creep highway set up with those Overlords that gives a couple of momentary turbo boosts every time a unit walks on top of those things. Here we go. Hydras are going to continue pushing into the natural expand. Cannons are falling. So many Hydras coming for Fruit Dealer.
Yeah, there's so many Hydras, and it's so hard. He's positioning them really well. The Nexus is going to fall once again, and this is just really, really bad for our Protoss hero.
Yeah, man. Our Protoss hero is...
such a beast against Terran, man.
Yeah, you know, I will say this. Fruit Dealer only sitting on 35 drones.
Yeah.
I mean... I don't know. There's only 2 Void Rays and a Phoenix out.
It's 2 injects, and he's at 45. And he's at 55.
Yeah. Tough situation here for Gatored, who's had a really, really remarkable tournament, man. I cannot believe he 3-0'd top. He is the last non-Zerg in the tournament, and I feel like he's going to be the last non-Zerg to go out of the tournament, as Fruit Dealer is bearing down on that natural. Now the last of the cannons going to fall. Fruit Dealer will beat Gatored 3-0 here at the Intel Extreme Masters. The last of the probes is dancing in and out. Cannons trying to hold, but there are actually 0 units out on the map for Gatored. The last cannon falling down. Good game, good luck from Gatored, and Fruit Dealer winning 3-0 to advance to the finals.